cases the cases keep rising to record levels across the U.S. It seems as though the vice president wants to reassure people by saying treatments are in a better place, we have a better handle of these cases now. As an investor, does that reassure you?
They do not have a handle on the situation, Nancy, and that is the reality of it. The president still does not wear a mask when the whole country is asked to wear a mask. And until recently, the vice president did not as well. There has been a change in the message. But then you are looking at having a Republican convention in August in Jacksonville, Florida. You spoke about the big incidents today, the spike up. And people are supposed to be there with wearing mask only being optional. So the problem is we have a trade-off between a lockdown, having a mask, putting restrictions on your life, and go through with it for a few months so that you can be coronavirus free when you come out of it. The alternative the United States has chosen so far is to open up the economy far earlier than it was done. This virus crisis is not going to end until we find an effective vaccine, and there is no indication when that is coming.
Yes, and I think that is the concern, even after these, let's just call it a stellar rebound in the jobs report, right? As people are saying, storm clouds are on the horizon, because if the reopening measures are reversed, this picture could worsen going forward, and claims were still stubbornly high. But on the flip side of that, you have the argument of why fight the Fed right now?
That is true. You probably will have a difficult time finding the Fed. This was the case after the March 23rd low. The Fed came on full force and helped the stock market surge and essentially wipe out all the losses that we had before. But if you look forward, this is the question I ask and I tell my clients. If you are willing to buy the S&P 500 at 24 times earnings today, just because the Fed is there, will you buy it at 30 times earnings? How about buying the S&P 500 at 50 times earnings, meaning 50 years worth of earnings that you would pay? There has to be a limit as to what valuation people will go in for, even with Fed support. And that, in my mind, that kind of a time period is going to come sometime in the next 6 months. Reality sets in, fundamentals take over, and the Fed stimulus simply doesn't work. Put differently, Nancy, yes, you can indeed fight the Fed, but that's not yet. It's going to come in a few months.